Hello there. Not this. Got to take it down. Alright, so, welcome to Flashback Fridays, where I take a look at an 80s film and give it a review. And today, we have Spaceballs, the movie. Classic film starring, I'll name off the list on the back here, Mel Brooks, John Candy, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman, Daphne Zuniga, Dick Van Patten, George Weiner, Joan Rivers. Just a big old cast. Drop the damn thing. It's a spoof of space movies. It's just mostly Star Wars, but I'm just saying. But yeah. Movies I can tell you for sure that are spoofed in here are Star Wars, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Planet of the Apes, and Alien. That I can pop out. So, yeah. Stand up. What are you doing? Stand. Alright. So, Spaceballs the movie. I didn't see this until I was like a teenager. I think it was teenager. It was on TV, on TBS, and I happened to check it out. So yeah, and now I have the Blu-ray right there. Where do I start? The story. I always start with the story, right? So the story is that Princess Vespa is to be married to Prince Valium. Prince Valium, named so because, you know how a Valium helps you relax. Well, this dude's always falling asleep. Valium. And, well, President Scroob of the Spaceballs has enlisted Dark Helmet to kidnap her and hold her ransom so that they can take all the air out of planet Druidia and put it into planet Spaceball. So, ragtag bounty hunters, Lone Star and his sidekick Barf, short for Bartholomew, are sent to rescue the princess. And stuff happens. So, I don't know where to go from there, to be honest. I'm sitting, most movies when I watch them to review them, I can sit there, like Turbo, Power Rangers movie, I sat there the night before I even rewatched the movie and basically did a whole review on it. But I wanted to rewatch the movie just in case I missed some stuff. I didn't really miss anything. So I'm sitting here watching this, and I had a hard time even trying to start a review, to be honest. And I kept thinking, can I just pick a different movie or something? But no, I already had this on the docket. It's already going. So, yeah, I love this movie. I really do. There's only really one thing I have a problem with, and that's towards the end of the film. So let's just get to this. I like most of the gags in this. Like the gag where they are they need to find where, like, the bad guys, Dark Helmet and Colonel Sanders. Chicken? What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? They're trying to find, Lone Star, so they bring in a VHS copy of Spaceballs the movie, and they're fast forwarding it, and they get to the part where they are now, and they're like, where are we? This is now. What? This is now. Just like I don't know the whole thing, but it's just like, what? And of course the asshole line. What's wrong with this guy? He's an asshole, sir. Well, I know that. But what's his name? That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole. Who's that? That's his cousin. He's an asshole too, sir. How many assholes are there? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. I'm sure I messed up something, but it's, the whole thing. And, the one line that I always like is towards the end, where they ask for a witness, and Barf goes, I'm a witness. And he's like, what's your name? Barf. What's your full name? Bartholomew. I always kind of like that. Bartholomew. But yeah, so you get your Star Wars reference with the Schwartz, and in this version it's a ring, and it's green and yellow for some reason. I guess to avoid copyright. It's called the Schwartz, and they hold it down like this, so when it lights up, it looks like they're dicks. And there's even a line, Lone Star, so your Schwartz is as big as mine. You know? You have Mel Brooks playing two roles in this. He plays President Scroob, and then he also plays Yogurt, which is a spoof of Yoda. And he, he makes money off of merchandising. Spaceballs the toy. See? May the Schwartz be with you. All this stuff. And, what else we got? The cast is great. And, I looked it up, because I was wondering, because, like, Joan Rivers plays Dot Matrix, but she's only the voice, because I looked it up, I'm like, because there's some stunts that this thing is doing, and I'm like, that can't be Joan Rivers in the suit. It's not. She just did the voice. It's like a stunt performer or something in the suit. There's the scene where Dark Helmet pretends to be Vespa's father, and you get that great line, "Would I lie?" The comb the desert line. Sir, don't you think they're taking this too literally? No. He said, comb the desert, we should. We will. You got anything? We got nothing. What about you guys? Nothing. And then you go to these two guys with a pick, and, supposed to be like black people. We ain't got shit! I was like that line. Pizza the Hut. Supposed to be like Jabba the Hutt, but he ate himself to death, so that's good, and that's kind of part of the problem. So, my one problem with this is that you have all these hoops they gotta go through, right? And they do that. They defeat the Spaceballs. Get your Planet of the Apes reference. What's coming out of it nose? Because they make Mega Maid, and that's where you get the 2001 Space Odyssey reference. It's like, I believe that's what it is, because it's opening in space and stuff. Like the baby at the end of that. And like, the head and the arm of Mega Maid land on another planet. And these two ape people come up and they go, what's coming out of your nose? And they're like, Spaceballs. Oh shit, there goes the planet. Just, I love that line too. Oh shit, there goes the planet. But yeah, so they defeat the Spaceballs, and then some of the side, like not side quests, but like they tie it all up in a loose ball. Like this whole thing, they return the princess and then they get the money for it, but he only asked for enough money for gas and stuff. And enough money to pay off Pizza the Hut. And for gas and whatever. And then they see a thing that Pizza the Hut died because he ate himself to death. So that wraps that up so they don't have to pay him off. Even though they got the money to pay him off. And then it's like, okay, what about the princess? Because clearly Lone Star and the princess are in love, but she can only marry a prince. Instead of going the route that they should have went about her standing up and saying she should be able to marry whoever she wants, they just decided to make Lone Star a prince. And that's the one thing. Watching it this time, I'm like, no, that's the one thing I do not like about this film, is that it's forcing Lone Star to conform to a society he's never been a part of. Yes, he was born a prince, but he's always been an outsider. It's like saying that Han Solo, this gruff smuggler, is actually the savior of the world. I understand that you got Luke Skywalker, who grew up on a moisture farm, right? And he finds out that he's actually descended from a Jedi. That's one thing. But here, with Lone Star, it's different because they gave him Han Solo's backstory. If they had taken gruff, scruffy nerf herder Han Solo and said, hey, you're actually the savior of mankind. You're the Jedi. You're the one that's going to protect the planet. And and stuff, that wouldn't have worked. And that's the problem. They take Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, smash them together into one character, Lone Star, and it doesn't really work. I love Lone Star, but the idea of making the scruffy Han Solo type character now just the prince, and saying, hey, he can marry Vespa now because he's a prince. And it should have been, no, Daddy, I want to marry who I want to marry. I don't want to marry this sleepy little bitch over here. I want to marry Lone Star. That's the way it should have been. But no, because I don't know. Nothing against Mel Brooks or whoever wrote this film. To say who wrote the film? Probably Mel Brooks, right? Written Mel Brooks, Thomas Meehan, and Ronnie Graham. 3 people wrote the script for this film. Not gonna say much. Anyway, Spaceballs is a fun movie. Oh, I should mention the one more thing. You have John Hurt sort of reprising his role from Alien when they're at the diner and he's eating food or whatever, and he starts to laugh, and the alien pops out and he does the hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal, and you get the gag with Barf going, waitress, what did he order? He had a special. That's what I ordered. I'll have the soup. Change mine to the soup. And then they leave after the thing starts dancing, like, check please. So you get that little alien reference. But overall, this movie's pretty good. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 just because that one little thing with Lone Star bugs me. But other than that, it's a wonderful film. I suggest you check it out. Spaceballs, the movie. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. And remember, may the Schwartz be with you.